Okay, we tried similar flights like this before, but my computer always crashed out. I'll give it another go. Tonight I'm flying from Brisbane to Nadi, Fiji Island. I'm supposedly employed by Fiji Airways. Mostly flying from between Nadi and different destinations around Fiji. Main reason I chose this airline is most of the destination is from Australia, and so I've flown to Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. I think I went to Philippines once. Yeah, like I get job offers, like a new job offers every week, and if I accept the offers, I can switch employer, and then I can fly different routes. And I still have like 3 or 4 days to go before I can receive new offers. So I'll just continue to fly for Fiji Airways for the time being. Anyway, we are at the Brisbane International Gate 82 or whatever. Our departure time is 13:50 Zulu. So pretty much overnight flight kind of thing. Yeah, let's fire up the aircraft. I don't know why I don't have like a torch or something. Like it's pretty hard to see when the cockpit is dark like this. Anyway, I turned on the battery power. There should be standby switch here, which I need to flick to left if I can get the arrow showing. Yep. Okay. And from here I can import my route using the Simbitworld. And okay, let's go to menu and get some ground services like the power card. Yep, ground power is connected, so I flicked one of the switches here down. If I can turn on the lights on better. Yep. And yep, these ones too. Okay. For the co-pilot as well. Okay, so we got the panels lit up. Finish configuring the aircraft for the flight. me initialize the IRS. And I can import the flight plan. Basically, yeah, I'll just do that because it asked me, yeah, this position I enter here to initialize. And I can go route. Yankee Bravo, November, Foxtrot, November. Okay, enter it here. And I can request a flight plan, sim brief, payload set. And I can also set the fuel. Okay, the plane's loaded up. My flight number is supposed to be 922. Activate. Execute. Okay. Alright, my fuel weight is 137,000 pounds. Reserve, we can always just use 8,000 pound 80 for cost index. I think I was planned to fly at flight level 350 and that. Okay. We should go departure. I'm expecting 101 right. Gamkey 2 departure. Select that. I think the destination is kind of forgot. I think I'm expecting 09. I just choose RNAV 09 for the time being. Okay, go back to the reference. 5 degrees flap for the takeoff. We got 144 V1, 145 rotate, 154 V2. So 174 I should have on the autopilot. 174 and runway 01. So I'll just set we can look at the Brisbane chart. It shows I have 3 knots of crosswind from right, 5 knots of headwind. Look at the chart. All the sea, there's taxi, there's airport. Yeah. So 01 right has heading of 016. I'm right there, so you expect Charlie 9, Bravo 9, Alpha 9 and runway 01 right. Okay, and 016. So, and where's a seat? Key 2, this one, RNF. Yeah, basically it's already programmed into the FMC. Let's have a look. $5,000 max 240 until car cap, and then 8,000. I think these numbers all gets entered into flight management computer automatically. So I'll just leave it on this chart just in case I need to have a look. But it looks like simple enough. I just turned that off. So what was it, 016? Sometimes I found I find it strange why some of the runway numbers, like this one, if it has bearing of 016, why isn't it runway 02? There must be a rule, but I don't know, like maybe they just drop the last number and just use the first two. Maybe that's the reason. Anyway, 016 is our runway heading. 016, set that. Yeah, our initial altitude, we get it from the clearance. Let's have a look beyond ATC. Okay, 80s, let's listen to 80s first.
Brisbane Airport information, Alpha 130.
Advise on initial contact you have information Golf.
I have to turn off the internal.
Brisbane Airport information Golf. 13400 Zulu. Wind 040 at 6. Visibility 10 miles or more. Temperature 16. 2.15. QNH 1016. VFR conditions. Landing runway 19 right. Runway 01 right. Transition level 110. Advise on initial contact you have information Golf. Brisbane Airport information Golf. 1340 Zulu. Wind 040 at 6. Visibility 10 miles or more. Temperature 16. 2.15. QNH 1016. VFR conditions. Landing runway 19 right. Departing runway 01 right. Transition level 110. Advise on initial contact you have information Golf.
Okay. Yep, so we ask for clearance.
Fiji 922, looking to pick up our clearance to Noddy Airport.
Fiji 922, Brisbane delivery. Expect runway 01 right, gun key 2 departure. Squawk 2100.
2100.
Gun key 2 departure. Squawk 2100. Fiji 922.
Fiji 922, read back correct. Contact ground 122.25 when ready for push or start.
Okay.
Ground 122.25 when ready. Fiji 922, bye-bye. Fiji 922, Gate 82, request pushback and engine start.
Fiji 922, Brisbane ground. Pushback approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast, Fiji 922.
Okay, ask for pushback. Where is a pushback? Yeah, request pushback.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Looks like we lost ground power. I thought pushback card should give us the ground power, but it doesn't. Yeah, I didn't have the APL running, so we'll just wait till the pushback finishes and get the ground power connected again, and we'll start the engine with the ground power. What? Everything's like, it's weird.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Cleared to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, that was stupid of me. Haven't flown this for a while, so I like keep forgetting things to do. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get the engine started properly.
All aircraft be advised information hotel now current. QNH1016.
1016. Oh yeah, I got the N2 alive. Okay, let's put the fuel in. Yep. Let's start it. We're already 20 minutes late. Actually, I'll put my VR headset on. Okay. So our right engine started. Start the left engine. Okay, put the power fuel into left engine. Okay, our left engine's alive, so we flick these electrical switches left and right, and we can turn off the APU, and we can turn the APU bleed off, and ground power is also coming off. We can ask them to release it, and chokes removed. Check everything else. Probably hit on. Turn on the window hit. And packs to order. Your damper need to come on. Yeah, everything seems to be okay. Just check the legs of the flight. Okay, so I'm gonna have the takeoff reference.
Vietjet 84 Heavy at gate 79er, request pushback. Vietjet 84 Heavy, Brisbane ground, pushback approved. Face southeast. Pushback approved, face southeast, Vietjet 84 Heavy.
Why isn't the map showing up properly? That's strange. I never had this problem before. Maybe I'll just check state load and I ask for taxi.
Vietjet 84 Heavy, request taxi to the active. Vietjet 84 Heavy, runway 01 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er.
What was my
Runway 01 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er, Vietjet 84 Heavy.
2100 2100. Everything's so dark. Okay, this flight director on.
Vietjet 84 Heavy, contact Brisbane Tower 120.5.
Was 1016 QNH.
Over to Tower 120.5, Vietjet 84 Heavy. Bye-bye.
Let's set that back again. Turn the logo lights on. And I can turn the taxi light on. Set the takeoff flaps been set. Auto brake is on RTO. Looks everything's ready. Talk to ATC.
Fiji 922, request taxi.
Fiji 922, runway 01 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er.
Taxi to runway 01 right by Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er, Fiji 922.
Fiji 922, runway 01 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er.
Runway 01 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo 9er, Alpha 9er, Fiji 922.
I believe in Australia the ATCs call the flight numbers in two numbers lots, like they should be saying 922, but obviously the program don't recognize what we do in Australia, so we just keep it. Why is this? Yeah, just keep saying 922. And it feels like my wing's gonna hit that aircraft. Obviously, I've got so many traffic on the ground, but I'm not hearing any of the radio messages. So I think the different programs generate different traffic. Some of them are controlled by Microsoft Flight Simulator, the in-game, which has nothing to do with Beyond ATC. Beyond ATC program will only talk to the traffic that's generated by the program itself. So sometimes I'll see traffic on the ground or in air.
CG922, contact Brisbane Tower 120.5. Have a good evening.
See how I have what? Two aircrafts ahead of me overlapping each other. I need to fix that. Going to 120.5 Fiji 922.
CG922, Brisbane ground.
Oh, maybe my push talk stopped working. Yep, definitely. I'll just manually.
Contact Tower 120.5, Fiji 922.
Let me just double check the. What? This guy what? Where does this guy come from? And he's just fucking cutting in front of me. As if I don't exist. Yeah, I'm not hearing any of the takeoff clearance. Line up. We can turn off the taxi, tender landing, and the strobe change. The transponder we can set to turn the traffic thing on, have the time running. What else is there? I think I've said everything. Light, transponder, trim. Yeah, I haven't touched the trim. And yeah, take off. Yeah, supposed to be 5. Yeah. Okay. Nadi Tower Company, Boeing 738, Bravo 9, Fiji 922, Bravo 9, ready for departure.
CG922, Brisbane Tower, wind 020 at 5, runway 01 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 01 right, clear for takeoff, Fiji 922. What is this plane doing? I'm not getting the readouts.
Fiji 922, contact Brisbane departure 133.45.
133.45 Fiji 922.
Negative, Brisbane departure on 133.45.
133.45 Fiji 922. Brisbane departure Fiji 922 is with you at 4000.
Fiji 922, Brisbane departure, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170 Fiji 922. Okay, I'll just turn the autopilot on. And set the altitude at flight level 170. And I can turn off the landing lights. I can turn the landing gears in the off position, auto brake off, flaps fully retracted. Okay, the aircraft's not climbing, so click the level change. VNF didn't kick in. What? Let's go back to level change. And I can set the standard QNH 1013, and then I can try switch back to VNAV. No, maybe not. It's not gonna have it. It's not gonna work for some reason. I'll just check what's happened. I'm over the, so I climbed up too fast, right? Yeah. Flight computer has 8,000 there, but I'm already past that level. That's why I couldn't go into VNAV. We'll just wait a little bit. We can set the speed focus up since we are over 10,000 feet in. So I'll set the speed now. Oh, beautiful line. Very quiet. Yeah, I think I'll just turn on the time acceleration at this point. Let's go to ×4.
Fiji 922, contact Brisbane Centre 119.8.
119.8, Fiji 922. Brisbane Centre, Fiji 922 is with you at flight level 170.
Fiji 922, Brisbane Centre, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, Fiji 922. I suppose I can turn on the VNAV now. Yep. The handover is really, or maybe it's because of the time acceleration thing, but they need to give me altitude clearance way earlier than that.
Fiji 922, contact Brisbane Centre 125.0, have a good evening.
Going to 125.0, Fiji 922. Alright, I've got the altitude set at flight level 350, and so we're just cruising along. I'll just change the scale of the map, and then I'll switch off VR until we come closer to the destination. You can just turn this off, and we can zoom out a little bit. So maybe I can show you the screen of the pilot's life chapter 2 program. Display, is display? No, where is it? game capture? Is it a game capture? Choose. Window capture and then APL.
Brisbane Centre, Vietjet 84 Heavy, out of flight level 161 for flight level 1900.
And I can choose this.
Vietjet 84 Heavy, Brisbane Centre, identified. Climb to flight level 380.
Climb to flight level 380, Vietjet 84 Heavy.
What I have to do? Oh no, window. What's happening? What's happening with this guy? APL2. These. Got that. That. Yep, so okay, the part of the, you look at the Simbitworld Pilot Live 2, it's tracking my flight, so I'm like, let's say 20%, maybe 15% towards the destination. If you look at the logbook here, yeah, it shows all the flights I've done so far. Why is my aircraft beeping? Have I reached? Yeah, I reached the cruise level. And the dashboard shows my experience level. I still need 560 more experience to become a first officer. Every flight gives me, I don't know, depends on how well I did. Like, you know, if I do perfect, I get 100. And then if you forget to turn on one of the light at what certain stage, you lose like points. So if you look here in my logbook, the XP I got is all shown here. Sometimes I get 99, sometimes I get like 74 if I like do a hard landing or something. You know, I make an extreme pitch change. It all deduct from my experience. So this is job market, the airlines.
Jetstar 907, contact Brisbane approach 124.7.
I better turn on the auto respond on.
Brisbane Centre, Fiji 922, flight level 350. Fiji 922, Brisbane Centre, identified.
Okay, you see, it said 3 more days until I get a new office. So if I get new office will come up on this bottom screen, and then I can just accept the
Fiji 922, contact Brisbane Centre 129.0. Contact Brisbane Centre 129.0, Fiji 922. Brisbane Centre, Fiji 922, good evening, flight level 350.
Fiji 922, Brisbane Centre, identified.
Okay, there is another window, maybe I can show you. Anyway, the schedule I've signed up for, after this flight, I fly to Samoa, back and forth, and then next destination is Auckland, and then Samoa again, and then Sydney, and that will be my schedule. I think I'm gonna fly all of them before switching companies or whatever. Let's go back. Turn this off. Yeah. I can show you another program which I use for navigation. It's called Navigraph. Basically, it does all the flight planning, show me all the charts I need to know and stuff. Window capture, and I title Navigraph. Yeah, I hide. Can I hide?
Fiji 922, contact Brisbane Centre 124.6.
Contact Brisbane Centre 124.6, Fiji 922.
Yeah, so
Brisbane Centre, Fiji 922, flight level 350.
Fiji 922, Brisbane Centre, identified.
this shows the route I'm flying. These numbers starting with Bravo is the jetway number, and these are the name of the fixes. Yeah, I mean, this program is quite good. It shows airspeed, altitude, all the heading, track, everything. 440 nautical miles away from the destination, and I'm squawking 2100, and obviously I think these are for the quick link for the charts, so we can have a look at the Fiji Nadi Airport. Yeah, it has two runways, main one's 02 and 20, so the heading is 025 or 205. Runway 9 and 27, obviously we can use that. They're a lot shorter than, say, the 3,146 meters and 2,040 meters. I think the 737s have no trouble landing on 09 direction. Like the current wind direction at Nadi Airport is 150, I mean, either way, we can probably land on runway 20, but we'll see how we go as we get closer. Yeah, I mean, these charts are based on the real, but it just says it's for flight simulation only, but these charts are from Jefferson's, the US company that publishes all the navigational charts for the whole world. And what was our flight? Our flight is not loaded here. Okay, how do I load it? Unload. And I'm flying. Oh. Can I fly this? Yep, looks like it. This one is the one I'm flying right now. So if we land on runway 20, we pretty much have to go all the way to the end of the runway. And then our gates are like this area. I've landed on a few times, but I still can't remember everything top of my head. Funny, supposed to be my home base, but okay, I think we can turn this off. Just go back to the main simulator screen. What was it saying? We still had like 420 nautical miles to go.
Fiji 922, contact Noddy Oceanic Center 119.7. Have a good morning.
Center on 119.7, Fiji 922. Noddy Oceanic Center, Fiji 922, flight level 350.
Fiji 922, Noddy Oceanic Center, radar contact.
Red 3 and this section. Yeah, so we're out of Australian airspace and now we're into Fiji's airspace. We still have about 820 nautical miles to go. Our center tank's been emptied, so we turn the fuel pumps off for the center tank. Yeah, our top of descent is still far away. I don't know, real world pilots probably still be quite busy trying to monitor the weather and all that stuff. But like, it's so boring on simulation. Even like what this flight was meant to take how many? 3.5 hours in real time, and maybe it will take me about an hour, because if you fly like first half an hour and the last half an hour in real time without any acceleration, that's already 1 hour. And whatever comes in between, I still probably have to fly for like half an hour, even if I use 4 times time compression. Maybe I can turn the pilot live to screen back again. Let's see if I can enlarge this. Because this screen basically shows us the map and all the speed, altitude, everything still show on the program itself. So we're halfway through. The Beyond ATC is just gonna handling all the ATC by itself. I wonder if it's gonna be that quiet in real world. Like I hear no traffic whatsoever. Everything's so quiet. Looks like I'm just flying over the New Caledonia. Yeah, and we go past Vanuatu and then into Fiji. Man, I have been there in real life, but this South Pacific nations will be so beautiful. I actually might do some GA flights around the Fiji, so I can have a look at the scenic. I can, have a look at the sea and whatever they've got. Just like a coastal general aviation flight around the whole island. Sounds like a good idea. This weekend I might have to spend most of the time studying for the exam that's coming up next Friday. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the flights on simulator most of them have been like night flights. So I didn't get to see much. Yeah, I find the flight management computer on this thing, or not sure whether it's caused by Simbitworld, but their descent profile is like always feels it's way too steep. Yeah, I always wish they like start descending a little bit sooner, so I don't end up too high on the approaches. But a lot of cases I ended up too high, so I had to manually like lose altitude in a short amount of time, and made me use speed brake most of the time. But I'm pretty sure that's not what really happens. They I think if the pilots use the speed brake like as a last resort, everything would have been planned out so you can maintain, you don't go over the speed limit and still able to descend on profile. But like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and always I had to manually intervene to get me back on profile. So I'll see what happens today. The problem with their profile is they don't really allow enough time for aircraft to slow down from like the descent speed above 10,000 feet. Like usually you'll be flying 0.7 something mark and you have to slow down to 250 knots, and it's a lot of speed to lose. So you have to fly above 10,000 for a little bit until you lose speed. But I don't think the automatically generated profiles don't allow for that. Yeah, and trying to manually maintain the altitude numbers. Like I can modify it, but most of the times the flight management computer will say it's unable. So I had to do it, like force it manually. Looks like the next leg is a long leg of 275 miles, and then we maybe fly another. So looks like we only have about 320 nautical miles to go before we start descending. Actually, I'll get rid of the pilot's live screen, and then yeah, so this is the aircraft flight management computer screen. What was I going to do? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. I gotta choose approach configuration. I'll use 30 degrees of flap. So my BREF is 149. Select that here. So it shows on the PFD. I mean, if you go fancy, you can go into descent file and you enter all the forecast for wind direction and everything, and then the computer will perfectly match the profile to what needs to happen, but like I can never bother to put that in. I'd rather just fly manually towards the end, fix up whatever problem the computer has created. Yeah, descent now, but I think in real time, usually before you start descending, the ATC will give you like the arrival clearance, and they will say descend to whatever level, the start of the star. A lot of them is like 5,000 or 6,000 in Australia, and they will just say when ready descend to 5,000, and then you can decide when you start descending. Like pretty much you don't need to ask for permission. They will say give you a clearance.
CT ini tua tua, contak nati oceanic centre one tua 60 MSFN. Have a good morning.
Center on 126.7, Fiji 922. Nodi Oceanic Center, Fiji 922, flight level 350.
Fiji 922, Nadi Oceanic Center, radar contact.
Not really sure if that sounds authentic, but it's like for someone who hasn't listened to real world ATC in Fiji, I can believe that is authentic. Yeah, but like I was saying, on the simulator, the center will always give you the clearance to descend too late, or I have to tell them that I'm ready to descend, and they'll give me clearance for approach. But in real world, you will get the clearance earlier than the time you have to descend, and then it's up to the pilot to decide when you start descending. Okay, let me have a look. How much? Yeah, we've got 270 nautical miles to go, and our top of descent is coming up on us. Real time, it's about what? 1 1. I don't know why it didn't have a cruise altitude. It had cruise altitude. I can reduce. So, not this one. Yep, our top of descent is about 90, 100 miles away. So I'll change my altitude on the MCP to 10,000 feet. Man, this takes forever. Like in real world aircraft, once you start spinning, then it will go by 1,000, whatever. Look at the crazy wind, tailwind I have, like 63 knots of tailwind. Okay. Yep, there's a 10,000 feet set. Yeah, since we are about 40 nautical miles away from our top of descent, I'll just on the beyond ATC tell them I'm ready for descent.
Fiji 922, approaching our top of descent, ready for descent.
Fiji 922, Navy Airport landing runway 02.
Nodi Airport, landing runway 02, Fiji 922.
Fiji 922, descend to flight level 300.
Descend to flight level 300, Fiji 922.
Yeah, things like that, the ATC will probably say when ready, descend to flight level 300, not descend. That means I have to start descending right now. But if the ATC says when ready, I can choose when to start descending. Anyway, we'll just fly the FMC automatically, will automatically start descending. It started descending already. Since we are closer, I think I'll just reduce the time acceleration by double. So I reset and just go 2 times. Notice how the clock on the simulator changed to yellow color from red. That means I'm at 2 times the time, real time. I'm going twice as fast. And then let's go back to X. Looks like what? Okay. Have a look at the plane.
Fiji 922, descend to 1000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descend to 1000 feet, QNH 1014, Fiji 922.
Yeah, I can just set that to 11,000. It's good. See, really, at maybe around this time, I should be listening to ATC.
제로 마일즈 오어무어 퓨 클라우즈즈 S3 사우전드 템프러처 24 2포인트 22 QNH 1014 비의 파워 컨디션즈 랜딩 런웨이즈 02 09er 27 디파우팅 런웨이즈 09er 20 27 트랜지션 레벨 130 버드 액티버티 인 버시너티 오브 에어포어트 어드바이즈 온 이니셜 컨택트 유 해브 인포메이션 유너폼
This sounds very Korean.
네이디 에어포어트 인포메이션 유너폼
It's Korean accent.
1501 줄로 윈드 1408
I don't know if a lot of
비저빌러티
Korean
10
people live
마일즈
in
오어무어
Fiji. That's why it's
퓨 클라우즈즈
playing
S3
Korean
사우전드
accent. But I don't
템프러처 24 2포인트 22 QNH 1014 비의 파워 컨디션즈 랜딩 런웨이즈 02 09er 27 디파우팅 런웨이즈 09er 20 27 트랜지션 레벨 130 버드 액티버티 인 버시너티 오브 에어포어트 어드바이즈 온 이니셜 컨택트 유 해브 인포메이션 유너폼
Okay. Got all the information we need. Let's go back to the tower. I mean center frequency. Since we're close to
Nodi Oceanic Center, Fiji 922. Good morning, flight level 133.
The standard transition altitude is at 13,000, so I turn on and I can turn back on the VR headset. Okay, reset my view. What? It's looking sideways. Yep, that's better. I can move this screen away from my side. Okay, so with 10,000 feet, turn the landing lights on. We're slowing down to 240, I think.
Fiji 922, turn right, heading 105, vectors for the approach.
Okay, now let's choose
Turn right, heading 105, Fiji 922.
105. We're getting vectored by ATC, so
Fiji 922, contact Navy approach 120.1.
Contact Nodi approach 120.1, Fiji 922.
we set the speed of the simulation to 1 normal.
Nodi departure, Fiji 922. Good morning, 10,900 feet. We have uniform.
VG-22 na di approach. TNH101 for expect radar vectors for airnav runway 02.
QNH101 for expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 02, Fiji 922.
VG-22, turn right, heading 10 VV, descent to 10,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 105, descend to 10,000 feet, Fiji 922.
VG-22, turn right, heading 16 VV.
Turn right, heading 165, Fiji 922.
Now this is kind of strange because ATC is telling me to turn away from my destination. Might be a bug. But I'll just keep following for a bit until I can be sure that it's bugging, and then I can just go back to my proper
VG-22, turn left, heading 110.
110.
Turn left, heading 110, Fiji 922.
I mean, if having like a auto responding on for the arrival is, even for departure, it's kind of realistic because usually if one person is flying in the rear aircraft, the other person is gonna do the radios, obviously. So share the workload. After all, it's flown by two people, not just one. They never gave me they never gave me clearance to descend below 11,000. But my aircraft is descending according to the flight computer. So because they backed us away from the destination, I'll maybe maintain my altitude until they give me clearance to descend again.
VG-22, turn left, heading 050.
Strangely,
Turn left, heading 050, Fiji 922.
keep vectoring me around, but never actually keep me.
VG-22, turn
Yeah.
left, heading 050, descent to
Okay.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, that's better. Why didn't you say
Turn left,
turn
heading
left.
050, descend to 6,000 feet, Fiji 922.
050 and descend to maintain 6,000 feet like in a
VG-22,
previous
2 miles from Fancy.
communication?
Turn left, heading 050 VV, maintain 3,500 feet until established. Clear return of runway 02.
Okay, now I get it. Five, when if they say five, it's
Turn left,
5.
heading 055, 3,500 feet until established. Cleared RNAV runway 02, Fiji 922.
What? Why is it climbing? Oh my god, something's going on. Descend to 3,500. Why did you start climbing back up? Oh my god. And now I'm going way fast, so I have to apply for speed brake again. Yeah, I'm below 10,000 feet and I'm doing 260 knots. Ah, the stupid thing. I'll just level off here to slow down. Oh, I can see the runway. That's the runway I'm supposed to be landing on, the right direction. But why am I flying? And why am I so high? Well, disconnect every autopilot, everything. Try get back on the course. Just have to watch out for the speed. So I got power idle. I'm pitching down too much. Well, I'm gonna lose a lot of points for this again. I think what happened was the flight computer didn't have the proper runway programmed. Yeah, I think it was sitting on runway 20, not runway 02. Oh my god, gonna lose the point, keep losing the points here. See how if you become distracted, like things can go wrong like quite fast. Let's apply.
VG Nine 22, contact Nadi Tower 11 Iner Decimal 1, have a good morning.
That had a bit of Japanese accent in it.
Over to Tower 119.1, Fiji 922, bye-bye.
This is looking like a
Noddy Tower, Fiji 922, Arnev runway 02.
definite go around situation.
Fiji 922, Noddy Tower, wind 140 at 4, runway 02 cleared to land.
See if I can lose the
Runway
high
02 cleared to land, Fiji 922.
I'm still way too high. And I should already have the 30 degrees of flap already. I mean, it's landable, but it's sketchy.
1,000.
Peppy light still showing me I'm too high, way too high. I'm like plus maybe 5 or 6 BRF. Maybe from here I can raise my nose up and slow down.
400. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Yeah, I know the sink rate's bad, but shut up. Getting under control.
50.
Hey, ballooned up. Yeah, because I need to get to the end of the runway. So I just let the auto brake handle the situation for a little bit longer. And maybe I can engage manual braking from now on.
Fiji 922, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Fiji 922.
Okay, so
Fiji 922, contact ground 118.1. Have a good morning.
coming off. Taxi. Transponder.
Ground 118.1, Fiji 922. Have a good morning.
I can go to gate
Fiji 922, request taxi to the gate.
6 or something.
Fiji 922, welcome to Noddy Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Yeah, I'll say gate number 6 or 8. I think 8 is the last one here.
Request gate 8, Fiji 922.
Fiji 922, gate 8 taxi via Golf, Bravo.
Gate 8 via Golf, Bravo, Fiji 922.
Oh, this is gate 9. Okay, doesn't matter. So I have to go one pre. Yeah, maybe next time I'll park at the proper gate. I feel a little sleepy, so I wanna get this flight over and done with. I'll just park here. Otherwise, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to turn on the APU. Turn this on. Okay, so APU is alive. And we switch power to APU. And then we can turn off the engine. turn the lights off, and standby power to off, and battery off. No. Okay, that's the end of the flight. No, a lot of things were sketchy. Half of it was FMC fault, and maybe half of it was my fault. Anyway, next time we can tighten things up, make it better. Alright, maybe I'll go back to flying the Warrior next time. Okay, see you next time. Bye.